Hi, Patreon supporters. This is the first episode of our commentary podcast sort of thing. This episode features The Stuffing of Legends, Ghost Finders, The Jeffery and Joey Show, and Zucchini and Rhubarb, all suggested by Pongles and Fourth Wall Productions. If you have suggestions for future videos, let us know over the Discord, over Patreon, on the comments to this video. This is going to be just unlisted. There's not actually going to be any particular method of keeping non-patrons out of this one, so if you could just not share the link around, we would appreciate it. This is just for you guys, and it's just easiest to kind of upload it to the second channel and make sure it's accessible only to people who have the link, and then post it to you guys. We plan on doing one of these a month from now on, so let us know what you would like to hear us talk about, and we will probably do about 4 each month with everybody from that video. Hey, Patreon supporters, I'm Kyle, I'm here with Matt.
Hello.
This is commentary for The Stuffing of Legends. This was suggested by Pongles along with a few other ones. Me and Matt just kind of filmed this one on a Saturday.
On the hottest Saturday there was, actually.
Yes, exactly. It was. This is the worst. That's all I remember from this video, is just coming home afterward. I have a picture, actually, I can maybe try to just, like, edit into the video when I'm editing this of me afterwards that I took and I think sent to Allison, and it's just me just sweating. Just sweating. I'm just sitting in my house and just, like, just dripping, and my hair is all just, like, flat down in my face and stuff.
I remember at the end when we were trying to get the last shot, like, looking for a good spot to put the bear, like, I felt like I had taken that bottle of pills. It was just kind of a delirious, I don't remember much of it.
It wasn't just hot, we were actually just standing out in the middle of everything I'm allergic to at the same time.
Yeah.
It was the worst.
And there was a lot of falling, crouching in bramble.
Yeah, it was a lot of, like, physical activity too. It was a terrible idea, really, is what we're getting at. It was the worst idea.
I mean, you got caught up in the writing, and
it's why we've been inside for the last 3 months instead of filming anything outside, because I just didn't. This is the inspiration behind not going outside this year.
Well, you can sense the tension in the video, and I think it comes through.
I'm supposed to be on pills the entire time,
yeah.
and I like, most of it just wasn't acting. It was just actually just heat stroking.
That's a great bear, by the way.
Yeah, I'm actually really satisfied with that bear. We got a lot of comments on the bear, and it's actually just footage. It's stock footage that I got of. It's like a moving shot. The camera is, like, following the bear as it's running, and I think I spent like $50 on that piece of stock footage.
That's insane.
And actually just, like, it's the only effect that was in the video, so I spent several hours on just the one effect, but I actually cut the bear out, or no, that's what I stabilized the shot first around the bear, and then cut the bear out frame by frame, and then had to edit it into the original shot.
That's so much work for this.
Yeah, but it works. I'm actually really happy with it. It's one of my favorite effects, just because I put all of my effects work on this video into the one thing.
Yeah, and that's why you're the best.
Thanks.
This was fun. As miserable as it was, this was a really fun shoot, though. Just goofing around in the woods.
Yeah, it was. It was an animation, actually.
The bear?
This entire thing. No, the video. I wrote it to be an animation. I actually have all of the original voices, both of our characters' lines, recorded just by me in a Flash project that I planned on going and making a cartoon out of, but never got around to doing. And so this particular week, we were like, I just didn't have an idea, like so many weeks, and went and was just trying to find something that maybe I had already been working on, and found this entire thing, and I was like, the only reason this wouldn't work is because we need a bear. I could probably get around that. It'll be fine.
Figure it out. I'd like to see that. It wasn't animated, that you just recorded the voices?
Yeah, it's just the audio track. I could probably release, like put that up on the Dropbox for this week or something, or this month on Patreon for people that are watching this.
Yeah, it's
or maybe
fun.
just, like, stick it at the end of this video or something. I'll put the original recording of this script just by me talking to myself.
Yeah. People love that behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. So that's why the entire time we were filming, like I already had this in my head because I was gonna draw it all out originally. And was gonna be like the character was gonna be wearing one of these stupid hats, and I happened to have one of those sitting around my house because Reed made one at one point.
Now that you say that, it definitely does feel like an animation.
It feels very cartoony, right?
Being all goofy and wiggling around and stuff.
And then the weirdest, but Ian always likes to comment that we had you in this one as a straight man, which is just very opposite of everything else we have you do. And I think everything else anybody else has you do.
I liked it, you know. You don't want to be pigeonholed. I like to think I can take dramatic parts, you know.
And you did a really good job on this one too. Like just sort of, you still kind of improv a couple lines in it, and they turned out really good.
I can't help it, Kyle. I'm sorry.
It was you have this nice ability that none of the rest of us have to just kind of like keep talking even when you get the line wrong, and it usually comes out better.
Well, your videos are the only circumstance in life where that's actually a positive thing, so it works.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I think that probably covers everything.
Yeah, I think that was quality content.
Yeah. And then there's this one shot at the very end where I just like this is the worst thing, where I'm running through just the open field and then just falling over.
Yeah, did we have like a mattress, or was it just like?
We don't have our crash mat is this yoga mat that does basically nothing.
Yeah.
It makes the ground not concrete. That's about as good as it does.
Might as well put a shirt down.
Yeah, basically. And I think we had that there. I probably missed it and just kind of fell into like some burrs and tall grass.
I do remember you shooting me in the head a lot too.
Right.
And I was trying so hard to not win, so I just wanted to. It's impossible.
I think I noticed at one point in the actual shot here, when I shoot it, it bounces off your head and then sticks to my shirt.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that until like the 10th time watching it.
It was worth it. I think that was the most takes you've ever done in any video I've ever been in. It's usually like 2.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The only other anecdote I can think of is a lot of times on set, what we'll do is. If the microphone isn't close enough to us, we'll need to re-record the line so that I can edit it in and make it sound better. But it's so hard to get that audio exactly the same later, because you have to like recreate the same circumstances that the other audio is recorded in. If you do it inside a house, it doesn't sound quite the same.
Right.
So I just try to do it on set. And so on this one, I was like, okay, I'm just going to try to say it as close as I can, and then hopefully match it up later. And that's basically what we do, and then I'll try to like take that audio and match it up to our mouth. And usually you can't tell, but sometimes it's a little bit obvious because it doesn't quite match up. In this one, it matches up 100% exactly right.
Wait a second. Which part of it is ADR?
It's the part where I fall over. Yeah, I'm talking and then fall over.
With the vacuum beast?
Yeah, what is it? I don't remember the actual line. If I turn on the audio, it'll play it. But it's something about like it would take some kind of heart-stopping device to stop the soul, and then I just like collapse on the ground. And I just repeated that back into the microphone, and then when I went to line it up, it was like every single syllable matched up perfectly. I just said it exactly the same way.
Without watching the footage, you were just going off the top of your head, and it was just...
Yeah, it was just while we were recording, because we did not have it in us to actually play the footage back, so I just walked over and just said it into the microphone again.
That's shocking to me.
That's the only time it's ever been that perfect.
Yeah, I feel like as a person who studied film for however many years, I'm ashamed I didn't catch it, but I'm proud of you at the same time.
I don't think you could have caught it. It's like there's no way to tell.
Yeah, it's perfect.
That's really great. Alright, well cool, I think that covers that one. Hey guys, I'm Kyle, and I'm here with Matt and JP.
Hello.
Hey.
We're doing Ghost Finders this time. This one was suggested by Fourth Wall Productions, I think. Let me double check on that. Yep, Fourth Wall Productions. Thanks for the suggestion. This is still by far, I think, like, if not my favorite, it's within like my top 3 of any of the videos we've ever made.
Oh man.
This is on like every time we're listing off our favorite videos. This is still the one I go to first.
This one's great. This one's different than a lot of your videos.
Yeah,
but it's a great way.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it. It had like this kind of a simplicity to it that was just a lot of fun and simple. Oh my god, my dog has a squeaky toy. Hold on. Hey.
I honestly, this was one of the first videos that I was able to just be on camera the entire time, or behind camera.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
like I was able to hold the camera the whole time.
I guess
I
you're
appeared in it
technically
once
in
at
it,
the end.
but yeah.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun, just being able to actually control it, and we were just directly imitating something, so I was able to like try out some fun camera, like cinematography and stuff, and it was.
Yeah, like that first little reveal of JP when you this comedy.
Yeah, you just like move over and he's behind it. We did a lot of things actually. Right, that's kind of what it is. We're trying to do a lot of things now to improve our videos that we somehow just nailed in this one, like really early.
Yeah. Like the lighting in that last shot too. Like I'm very distinct from the background. They look great. I don't know if that was an accident or what.
It was entirely an accident. There's no way I knew what I was doing at that point. I think we had still only just gotten these lights at that point, especially because of how harsh it looks on you when you're in the kitchen here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I didn't even have the diffuser for it yet. So it was all pretty new stuff, but it's worked out like so well, like this weird kind of off kilter shot. So that was the best part about this one, is how little of the script I actually wrote. Half of it was just transcribed from an episode that I was watching.
It writes itself.
This little scene was the hardest one to get through, because as soon as Matt with the whole "you denied a Holocaust" thing, I just laughed.
Right.
I think the shot you used was one where I laughed, but you cut it right before it showed you laughing.
Yeah, you can see you cracking a little smile there.
Like right after it cuts, you start laughing at this one. I included all those takes in one of our behind the scenes videos. I don't know if either of you saw that during our 100K week.
Yeah, I think I did see that.
It was fun.
Is that like the longest take of like two people talking to each other that you have ever had on the channel?
It might be, actually. Me and Joey just did one that we haven't released yet, but we just shot one where Allison shot it actually, and me and Joey are in it. And it's similar because it's supposed to be like a handheld camera sort of thing. So we have a few shots where we're just interacting. But I think until that one, this was probably had the longest takes out of any of them.
But I have some very sensitive scientific equipment that's very good at detecting.
This one particular, like there's multiple interactions between you two guys in here that I love, because they were like, they just feel more natural than any of our other videos. It's just because like there's the one with you two talking there, and I think JP actually technically messes up and says his line too early.
Oh, I think.
But
right.
Matt just keeps playing off of it, and it sounds so much. But you were supposed to just say, he says that he's talking about like a thing, you guys set up cameras upstairs or something, and you just respond, no, we didn't. But you say it too early, and then he jumps in like, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And then you repeat yourself, and it's
Yeah.
And it just made it so much better.
I'm just like, I'm realizing for the first time just how different it is from all your other videos, like with these long back and forths. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, and we're moving into doing that more now too. Actually, as of recording this podcast, I've specifically we've been making a lot of effort in the last few weeks to move away from our previous method of doing things and actually spend time beforehand. Well, we've been catching up is the main thing. We've been like working on getting a few weeks ahead, and then being able to spend time planning before we actually show up to shoot, so that we can do things more like this.
Sounds
which
wild.
I think is kind of what we did for this one. I had a little bit. I still remember writing this. I was working at the news station when I was writing this. I was actually just in my weird little box, my editing box, and I was watching an episode of Ghost Adventures or whichever one it was on my laptop, and just writing this out.
Which, by the way, if no one's listening to this has seen that show, you need to watch it as soon as possible.
That was the other great thing, is I had both of you guys do it, and I knew JP was into the paranormal stuff, and then I messaged you, and you're like, oh, I've watched that show so much, I know exactly how to do this, and I was like, yes, this is perfect casting.
This is a dream come true for me.
And you add so many great things to it. Like I'm looking at the shot right now with you doing the crossing your arms to make your muscles look bigger thing. I remember you.
That's all he does. Google Zach Baggins right now. ZAKBAGANS. He will be doing that in like the top.
All the pictures he's doing that in, and it's great.
Oh, I just googled it, and he's not doing it in any of the pictures.
Oh no.
Damn it.
And then you pulling out the. I love that we're just using a light as your ghost finding equipment.
No, that's the Mel meter.
It's just you can't even tell what it is. It's just a thing.
No, do people know that when he hears like that sound on it, that it was just the weird sound my throat made?
No, I don't think so. I think it's actually really hard to hear that sound. I wish I had made it stand out more. But if you're listening to speakers that have like a high enough or large enough range, you can actually hear a little bit of a sound in the static, and it's like this little gurgling noise, and it's actually just like. It's just JP. It's just like a sound that like JP's stomach made or something during shit. It could be.
My throat made this weird like whoa.
So am I.
It was so weird. The microphone like picked up the sound, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna use that as the sound that you can hear.
There was a definite sense of goofing around on this set. Like I just saw the shot of like my eyes through that mask that was on the table.
Yeah.
Like zooming in on the flowers. We were just being goofs.
Yeah, I think that was a lot of it. It was if we were able to just like kind of have fun on set, and it wasn't stressful. It wasn't. We weren't trying to run around, and it was. I didn't feel like I was trying to herd you guys, which happens a lot when I'm working on set, and it's mostly my fault because I don't let anybody in on what's going on. Is the problem. I like show up and I'm like, okay, I know what we're doing, just follow my instructions. And as we can see, it turns out much better when we're all just kind of on the same page and getting it done. But yeah, I think that made it work a lot more. And then there's this punchline with you sitting in front of the window.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's not a door monster video. It's just like a funny spoof. And then the second you pop into frame, it's like a door monster video again. It's weird.
Yeah.
Not just because you like the tone of it changes, like the punchline. It's just like.
Yeah, you're right.
The vibe of it completely changes.
It just works. Just works super well. Like it's completely an accident. That's the summary of this video. Completely accidentally the perfect video.
Yeah, that's how you get gold sometimes. You know, you spill a little sugar and spice or some chemical X into your mixture, and then great things come out.
And then we spend the next 2 years trying to recreate that.
We gotta do another one just like that.
Yeah, you can't. We gotta not try. Don't show me the script. Tell me where to be. And then, you know.
Yeah. I feel like we might finally be cracking into that formula finally. I'm hoping that there are some that these next 2 videos that are coming out are more in that spirit.
Another one of your videos that it's probably in my top 3.
How did you die?
Probably for the same reasons this one is. It kind of has the same simple, fun feel. Was the colorblind one?
Oh yeah, that one's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
That's like one of my top 3. I love it. I watched that one probably more than the other.
Definitely haunted.
Every house you go to is haunted.
It's also one more thing. The door-to-door religion salesman. I only watched it once.
Oh yeah.
But Kyle's always such a straight man and always usually hates everyone in his videos. To see you with just a big goofy smile on your face for 3 minutes is just one of the best things in the world. I love it.
It is always fun playing the goofy one. That one and doing the one that we just recorded, the Stuffing of Legends character, were great because I could just be wacky instead of angry at everyone.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, I hope we talked about the actual video enough.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna veer off on that one a little bit. All right, cool. I'm gonna head over and do one with Joey and Jeffrey now. So thank you guys for joining me.
Of course.
Hey, what up? This is Joey.
I'm Jeffrey.
And this is commentary on the Jeffery and Joey Show.
The best show ever.
Yeah, we're in.
Dude, look at that cardboard fucking cutout. Do you remember making that?
Yeah, it was just thrown together real quick. Oh, that was hilarious. With the whole 3D.
Well, the whole video was thrown together really quick.
That was pretty funny how we did the whole thing.
Dude, I know.
We were both drinking the whole time, and
well, it was a progressive drink. We didn't,
right. And like right now, we probably had like a shot each.
A shot, yeah. We're pretty sober right now.
Yeah, and we were just coming up. Like, how did we come up with our ideas for these?
We filmed like 5 of these, and it was just us talking about stuff. And remember the whole time we're filming, I'm like Jeffrey, this is gonna look good later. Trust me, we're just gonna film random stuff.
That's right. Oh no, not the hot dog.
technical difficulties.
You brought a box of a bunch of props.
Yeah.
We sat there for hours trying to think of stuff that we can do with it.
This was the first one we did.
Yeah.
And your
This is where we learned Japanese.
I remember I was like, write some numbers and some math about sandwiches, and you did brilliant. Look at that. It was like so well done. You went like above and beyond.
I gotta say that is probably the best sandwich I've ever drawn in my life. So.
Oh yeah, and smiling right there, I did that shot, and that was tough. Having to do that shot and then smile at the camera like it was nothing.
More the hot dog and just sat out on my balcony dancing.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, this is the best. The surfer dude.
That's what's so funny is I literally cannot remember how we came up with these ideas. They just like happened.
Yeah, they were just something that we came up with very like right on the spot and like, hey, let's do this. And then this whole thing, I remember we just improv the entire thing.
Oh yeah.
There was no script, no anything. It was completely improv. And at this point, I'm actually this was later. I think I remember being pretty drunk at this point.
Yeah. Definitely. I had a few too.
But yeah,
this
definitely.
Was great. Okay. This line right here is my favorite. Because that was so real, dude. Like, people look at this and they think like, oh, like there was a script. Like, no.
No, yeah, not at all. And then, and then the website, which one of our fans actually made the website.
And it's still up. Like, they're still paying for it, like, every month.
That's hilarious, and I like because that was one of the biggest things on the channel. Is all the comments were like, "It's real, guys! It's a real website."
And then you got the cuts of us talking about civilization.
Yeah. More technical difficulties.
It's funny because there's lots of cuts of us talking about civilization.
Yeah.
This is.
Oh yeah, this is how you do the Russian squat. Oh yeah, I remember. I'm holding the camera here, and I was struggling to stand up at this point, and I was trying to balance the camera and not shake it too much. It was so hard. Yeah.
What you know? What amazes Kyle the most is that when I told him when I said we recorded all the audio on my iPhone, like
I mean it actually turned out better than I was expecting.
I know that's what Kyle said. I know. I kind of tease him now. I'm always like, well, let's use the iPhone to record audio. Let's just do that. We don't need all this fancy equipment. Oh, Jeffrey.
Just difficulties.
Just difficulties now. Oh yeah, I like the beginning of the video. We talk about doing Kerbal Space Program and all these other stuff.
Just started talking about all sorts of random things, and we probably have so many different cuts from all these.
But that's an issue.
Well, what does this button do?
And that was it.
And that's it. That's the Jeff and Joey Show. Man, that was fun. We need to do another Jeff and Joey Show. We need a Jeff and Joey Show Part 2.
Yeah, we could. I definitely need more acting juice to do that, though.
Oh, dude. That should be our thing. You know, we'll just make that a regular thing.
Okay. Well,
acting juice. Oh, I think we just keep talking until like we can't say anything else.
Okay. I couldn't say anything else from like the beginning of when we did this though.
Yeah, that's true. What was your what was the most fun thing you had when we were filming the Jeff and Joey Show?
Alcohol.
Okay. Fair enough. You know what's funny is, do you remember like we shot so much other extra stuff and I didn't even make it into it? Like I have like this one footage of you in that purple jacket and I get a wig on and you were talking about like come on down to like buy our sofas or like I forgot like something.
I don't remember that at all.
You don't remember that?
No.
There was one of me like wearing a toga and I had like a wig on and I was like crying and like we had that. Oh yeah, dude.
Like, I don't even vaguely remember this.
We got to do a found footage or something and just show all this footage.
Okay, yeah, that would be interesting. I would be interested in seeing that because I don't remember that.
Well, you're at your best when you don't remember that you're such a
I mean, apparently, yes. Apparently, that is very true. So, yeah.
Well, I guess this is where we stop talking and wrap it up.
Thank you.
Hey,
for watching us talk about our videos.
Yeah, I'm glad y'all like the Jeffrey and Joey Show. Let me know if you want us to make more Jeffrey and Joey Show, or you know, we can add a third person. Can we do like Jeffrey and Joey and?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You know.
Oh, and
Jeffrey. I mean, I'm still waiting for someone to pay for us to go on vacation.
Are you sick and tired of like not having cool dudes to hang out with?
pay. Yeah, I wanna. Yeah.
I mean, that's.
I'll go. I mean, I'll totally go on vacation if someone.
I know.
Why
do you think I made that video? I made that video hoping that one day someone like a billionaire will like contact us and be like, "Oh, I got lots of money to spend, and this looks like something kind of funny to do." That's what billionaires sound like. No, really, they're more like, "Hello, sir. I've got $1 billion. I've got nothing else to do. I suppose I'd like to hire Jeff and Joey for my vacation."
Hey patrons, it's Kyle, Ian, and Ricky.
Hi.
That's a smiley face talking, but that's me. Look at me with my amazing hair and that great shirt.
We're covering Zucchini and Rhubarb, one of our oldest videos.
I'm about to get my very first line ever. Look at that. So much acting in this. Oh.
You look completely different in this video. Allison didn't know that was you until I pointed out that it was you.
People still think this is like weird young JP sometimes or something.
They actually get you
So
mixed up with
we did each
Aaron.
other's signs, by the way. I remember, like,
really?
that's my handwriting on the rhubarb, and Zucchini was done by Ricky.
I remember that. Okay, so what I remember about this day is, one, rain, and two, playing Metal Gear Solid for like an hour before we started.
Right. But that's another discussion. This discussion is about, look at that person. I never saw that person before.
Wait, really? This is the first time?
I was looking at my hair, Kyle. This is before I learned how to part my hair. That's the actual issue here. That's why it looks so great. It's all downhill once you learn style. Ricky is improvising this monologue, by the way. This was not in the script.
This wasn't the script.
I'm pretty sure it was in the script, but it was still written by Ricky.
Like,
This script was written by the forces of the universe.
right, and Ricky for that part. That's what I mean. It was like...
So this is the one that I've mentioned before where I posted something on Facebook asking my friends for ideas of sketches to make, and Ricky just responds, one guy's selling zucchini milkshakes on one side of the street, and another guy's selling rhubarb milkshakes on the other side of the street. It writes itself.
We just killed this guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we
It was a long walk home.
we have a reference back to this video in an upcoming video, which is gonna be great. I walk in and mention something about two guys trying to sell me milkshakes, and then Ian and Rachel both shoot me up in like a ridiculous, like movie, like just over the top movie gun montage sort of thing.
Just that sneer. That was a great sneer.
It was a great sneer.
It was great.
This was another Ricky line that just happened.
The rhubarb will not be moved.
The rhubarb will not be like it was like something that Kyle had written, but better.
I remember. So this was also our microphone broke or something.
No, the audio cable in the road got run over or something.
Yeah, it was actually
Tape cameo.
The tape that was holding the entire stand together.
Look, I'm going to say, we're telling Ricky, it's not that we don't know firearm safety, we are being so firearm conscious. We're making sure there is no way that there's a round in that chamber. If I remember correctly, those were desynced and you manipulated time.
So that last shot where they shoot each other is me actually. So they both shoot each other, but they fall at different times that don't actually match. So I had to.
I won't say that Ricky fell at the wrong time, but
I actually had to go in, split the thing in half, adjust the time so they match, and then kind of like frame by frame map around you guys so that it fit in, so that you weren't like overlapping each other. Had to like mask around you to.
It's a fun fact that anytime my person falls on screen, Kyle has to manipulate time or space to make it look not stupid.
That's true. Ian can't.
I also remember sitting in the death in the Death Attic to record the lines for this one.
No, really? Did you?
No,
did
we
you
didn't.
ADR for this one?
That was for Yoda's Christmas. We were trying to remake Yoda's Christmas.
But we had to ADR this one too because the audio cable broke.
Yeah.
No, I started recording your lines, Ian, for this one, but I ended up trashing them because it was just ended up to be too much work. This is actually just the original audio.
That's funny.
But it was crappy audio because the output on our Zoom recorder at the time broke on this day somehow. And so being plugged into the camera, it just sounded like garbage. And then I think I just didn't plug it into anything, and we recorded. That's when we started recording separate audio. We had it plugged into the camera at first, and then we started recording them separately and doing the clap thing at about that time, and then kept doing that up until like past the Avatar video or something.
I remember that
Closing the clap thing.
Yeah.
we were trying to redo these lines briefly. I mean, it was the first point in my life I ever realized how much my mouth moves without doing the part where it says the words.
Right, yeah.
Like, I know everybody has that feeling, but I think mine does it slightly more.
Yeah, you learn all sorts of stuff about yourself when you make movies, and then you have to like concentrate on your appearance and your voice and everything.
Going back through just because we're watching the second time, I want to give a shout out to that great Dutch angle from the first Kyle runs away, like the what? Because that's the most normal part of the entire encounter, and it's the part that is giving the most visual weight.
I use this as my like before and after comparison on how I used to look whenever I need to like show people like how blobby I used to be. I go and just get a screenshot from this video,
and it's like I can show people. No, I was actually like a really crappily designed Pokemon and just different.
Let's do this. I can tell that I remember not caring that much about the acting and really hating Kyle for making me do a million takes of everything.
And that's why it's so good.
And then I did that, like, getting back to it with that accessories video that we did lately. And
Yeah.
I was just like, Kyle, I'm garbage, I'm trash, please let me take it again, please, one more take. I looked at Allison, I looked at the picture on the wall, I looked at something that wasn't right.
I said the words in the right order, and I don't think it's right. I also want to point out that Ricky undercuts by a cent.
Does he?
Yeah,
Oh,
the rhubarb milkshakes are 24 cents. Zucchini,
That's great.
better
Like,
value.
each other's signs, and we both came up with the same joke of the other person not knowing how to spell.
24 cents. How did I never noticed that
Really?
before. Yeah, I like just now saw that.
Joke is like it's misspelled multiple times.
The 24 cents thing, though, I like that's
It's great
some
because
new
it's
information.
actually less convenient to buy. It actually makes it harder to buy.
Maybe it was 24 cents.
I also like the subtle color matching of red on red in Ricky's shots with the car and the deeper green, and then my gray kind of bending mostly against this. Look,
It was 25 cents.
we need to.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
Yeah.
And you can also see the marker bleed from like the first attempt at drawing the sign.
Yeah, that's right, because I screwed up.
And there's also the zucchini
Is it raining in
milkshake.
that shot? This one, this is a raining shot.
It is kind of like sprinkling the whole time we're doing this. There's the zucchini milkshake also we've talked about before.
Right, yes. The zucchini milkshake, I decided I could be a prop maker, so I went into my home I came out with a plastic pitcher filled with water, flour, and green sprinkles, enough to make it kind of greenish.
Yeah. And then we didn't end up using the close-up shot. There was one close-up shot that we got of it, and I think you actually don't end up seeing it except for in the wide.
You can see all of the sprinkles floating on top of the flour combs.
I remember being afraid of it.
Look, green on one side, red on the other. It's
And then we
perfect.
poured it down a storm drain.
And still lives there to this day,
Yeah, probably.
feeding the stray cats neighborhood. That's why they live forever. It's their own secret.
Also, you can tell that we took multiple attempts filming the gunshot scene, because by the time we actually have the shot, the pitcher and upturned cart that I flipped is no longer there.
Oh. I didn't notice.
Right. It's kind of like by this point in my cycle of watching this video, I'm convinced that the tape rolling out of the picture isn't a mistake, and that you never actually had milkshakes to sell. You were actually just a mafia beatdown of my corner.
Also, this is like, it's milkshakes, right? It's ice cream. So are you just standing out by the side of some, like, pedestrian suburban road with a melted jug of...
Yes. I always presumed it was my home, and this was my day job, and I had myself and me own myself as my family to feed, and I wouldn't eat the zucchini milkshake. Nobody wants that. So I had to sell it.
I think I remember writing smoothies. At some point, smoothies became milkshakes because it's a funnier word.
Real quick. I wanted to point something out here. Kyle does not come from anywhere. It's like the room where they turn a left through a building wall.
Yeah.
We would have to see him coming from the place that he doesn't.
You're right.
Nope,
No, I just materialized apparently while you guys were arguing and not paying attention. I just like Doctor Strange just through the street.
That was NPC behavior. That was. This is a Kyle instance.
Well, thank you all Patreon supporters for joining us for Kyle, Ian, and Ricky learn new things about a video they made 5 years ago.
Right.
What are you doing? Nope, not gonna do that.
Are you mad, man? What are you doing in the wilderness?
That's funny. About an hour ago, we were in Austin, at the doctor's office. He gave you a bottle of pills and told you to stay inside for a couple of days. Ringing any bells? Nope, this is important. Do you remember these things happening?
Probably.
Alright, then let's get you back up to the apartment and we...
Talk not to me of blasphemy, man.
That means nothing. Where are your pills?
They're gone, Ray. They're all gone. You're just gonna have to accept that.
You ate all the pills, didn't you?
Shh! The beast. It moves.
Please don't change the subject.
If the monster escapes now, I may never find it again.
Look, overdosing is kind of a big deal. If you hadn't already done it 4 other times without consequence, I would be a bit more concerned.
Look at it mocking me with its indifference like I don't know what it's up to.
Okay, what is this? What the... Did you put that there?
It was spat onto the earth by the mighty jaws of hell itself.
Yeah, okay. Where are the pills?
I don't have them.
That's obvious. I meant the container. Give me the container.
I'm afraid it was lost to the great beast when... pocket intruder!
Yep, they're gone.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, woman!
It says you're only supposed to take 2 a day. There were 14 pills in here.
I'd take on 20 if I had to.
Your heart is going to explode if you don't calm down.
Fear not, for it would take some kind of heart-stopping device to stop this old...
Oh, I'm calling an ambulance.
Back to the depths from whence ye came, jungle fiend!
No, don't do that.